And welcome back courtside for Game 2 of our doubleheader here in the SAGU Sports Network. He's John Cookman, I'm Rob Price, and Game 2 is going to be a war. 2 7-4 teams in the Sooner. These WVU folks come in at 18-4, ranked number 21 in the nation. Meanwhile, these Lions 17-6, number 25. How's it shape up in your mind, John?
Well, there is no doubt these are the two teams in the Sooner Athletic Conference. If you were to ask me, my opinion is Wayland number 1, SAGU number 2 at this point in the year.
Wow.
And
now that's a strong statement considering McHugh is still in first place receiving votes. Oklahoma Baptist also is
well, we've gotten to see McHugh. I personally think they were a bit of an anomaly at the beginning, and the schedule just treated them right. They got a big game against St. Greg's tonight, so we'll see. This is a battle tonight here in Waxahachie for first place, and this game means a lot. If McHugh loses, whoever wins this game moves up in a tie for first place, which is a big thing.
Look at some trends here. These Pioneers began the season 8-0. Up to 14-1, now 18-4. Bit of a stumble. When you get the Sooner, it's tough to win games in the Sooner. Meanwhile, Lions on a 4-game winning streak. They have won 3 in a row here at home. They have won 7 of 8. Now, this game today is one of 4 top 25 matchups across the NAIA. You've got number 8 versus number 1 in Cal State versus Concordia. Number 2, Hope versus number 10, Arizona Christian. Number 5, Pikeville versus number 24, Cumberland, 2 Kentucky squads. And then this game right here, 21 versus 25. This is a big-time NAIA game here at the Schaefer Center tonight. Huge,
and it's going to be a barn burner. I mean, this is going to be one of those games that we'll all remember. Even though the last game on Thursday against Southwestern Christian was a great tight game and won it with about a second left, this is going to be another one of those that it's just going to take gritty, gutsy performance and effort all 40 minutes.
Win number 14 to get them to 14-1 was against the Lions back on January 10th, a 95-72 convincing win at home. How can that change today? The Lions need to turn it around, not have that happen again for sure.
Well, what the Lions have to do is they have to box out. They have to create good matchups out of bad matchups, and that's one thing about this game that you will see. Wayland Baptist is so big. They're very long, they're large, they're very athletic, they can shoot. For being so large, especially in the NAIA, so it creates a mismatch or a matchup problem for because SAGU, the Lions are a fairly small team. They're quick, but they're small. They can shoot. But now you got a big team that's really long, can control the boards and shoot.
Let's go across courtside, check in with Adam Ferguson. Adam?
Thanks, Rob. I'm here with head coach Donnie Boston. Now, Coach, you had a huge comfort behind win on Thursday night. How do you ride that momentum into this big game here tonight?
I couldn't tell.
I love games where we win games because of our defense.
Really
free throw shooting, all the little things. You know, we didn't quit. Came back, found a way to win. You know, this is a tough game, great team. Been our nemesis the last couple of years. You know, we're hopefully going to come out and play some good basketball.
And one of the highlights of your team these last couple of games dating back to last week has been Jonathan Walter has been taking over games and playing well towards the end. How do you plan to use him tonight?
You know, he's just one of our better seniors. He's doing his job, you know. That's what seniors do this time of year. You know, I think the biggest thing we can do right now is just say, yes, Lord, yes, and have some fun out there today.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Right, hey,
back to you, Rob.
You got to look at Marcus Price, the 6'6" junior, averages 10 a game. He's going to have a big game, I think. Emmanuel Doy has to play big as well against these bigs. Meanwhile, from the Pioneers side, there's a guy who stands 6'11", just walked by us while doing the interview across court. That man is huge.
And not only is he huge, but he can run the floor. I watch these guys on their own broadcast, and this guy, man, he gets up and down. He plays hard. I mean, this is going to be, he presents major problems for the front court of SAGU.
Interesting to see if Coach Bostwick, if the game does slow down, if he puts in Dion Rogers. The Dion Rogers, a 6'8" sophomore, I don't know how much he weighs. He's a big boy.
He's a
Doesn't
big
quite
boy.
have the foot speed that your Remington Mitchell has, or Adoy, or even Price, but you may just need the weight inside. If this game does slow down, look for Rogers to get some playing time. Significant minutes in this game, maybe the second half.
Well, that would be uncharacteristic for a Donnie Bostwick-style team to take the air out of the ball, but he's a smart enough coach that he does whatever he has to, and he's a great planner, so I wouldn't be too well, I would be a little surprised, but not shocked to see him pull that out. I think he does think that his advantage lays in the quickness of the Lions, and he's going to try to out-quick them, get turnovers, and get points off of turnovers.
Let's talk about the last game Thursday. Talk about Jonathan Walter. A huge game, and essentially saved the game that was in grave danger of being lost. How can he continue that presence on both sides of the court tonight? Just do what he does, or
well, that's what he
against
does.
this matchup?
That's exactly what Jonathan Walter does. He is the leader. He's the heart and soul of this team when it comes to putting the team on his back and making things happen. There's a lot of other key players for the Lions, like Rashad Alexander, Tyler Guidry, that can put points on the board in a hurry, but it usually comes off of Jonathan Walter just putting the team on his shoulders for a little bit and getting those down, those nitty-gritty, dirty points that you need when you're playing basketball. You just got to have those kind of points at some point. You're not going to be able to live from the three-point line.
One of the best games on a Saturday afternoon in the entire NAIA right here at the Schaefer
Right
Center.
here.
We'll have the game call for you in just a second here on the SAGU Sports Network. Stay with us.
And now the starting lineup for the Pioneers. At guard, junior from Austin, Texas, number 1, Robert Waters. At forward, senior from Bulgaria, number 10, Clement Ristov. At forward, senior from Gary, Indiana, number 11, Royal Crouch. At guard, senior from Wabasso, Florida, number 21, Quinn McDougall. And at forward, junior from Zimbabwe, number 24, Anya Yabo. Head coach is Matt Garnett. And now the starting lineups for your SAGU Lions. At forward, junior from DeSoto, Texas, number 0, Marcus Price. At guard, junior from Chicago, Illinois, number 1, Rashad Alexander. At guard, junior from Hondo, Texas, number 2, Jason Gentry. At forward, senior from Garland, Texas, number 21, Jonathan Walter. And at forward, junior from Little Rock, Arkansas, number 32, Emmanuel Adoy. Head coaches Donnie Bostwick, assistant coaches Eric Jones and T. Chapman, David Leatherberry.
As you see, both coaches giving last-minute instructions and encouragements to their ball clubs. And here come the number 21 ranked Wayland Baptist Pioneers, led by Robert Waters, number 1, averages 13.4. Check that. Also, Royal Crouch averages like 16.8. So those are the top leaders, Crouch and Waters. Crouch a forward, 6'4" forward from Gary, Indiana, my home state.
Averaging right at 17 points a game.
Yeah.
And Robert Walters averaging 13.5 points a game. Taquan McDougall.
I think you got the name right.
almost 12 points a game. And Banja Yabo, I think is the way I heard it pronounced.
And he'll tip.
I'm sorry if that is wrong. Please forgive me. And
He gets the
tweet or
tip.
Facebook to us and let us know what that correct pronunciation is if we're wrong.
Please. First possession for the Pioneers. We are underway in game 2. Inside to Yabo. Guarded by Price and rejected by Marcus. Rebound behind the back pass. Tough shot, but good. Royal Crouch. How about the missed shot rebound behind the back pass from the big man, Bunja Yabo?
That is pretty impressive, Rob.
Here comes Alexander over to Price.
And that wasn't just trying to be fancy. That
was the right move.
That was the right play.
Absolutely. Adoy to Alexander into Price. Like the ball movement. Marcus tripped and fell, and a whistle will be called against Playman Ristoff. I think that's the correct pronunciation. The H is quiet. Ristoff, a senior from Sofia, Bulgaria.
And justifiably so, they were wondering, where did that foul come from? He actually just tripped over his own foot.
Walters with a miss. In transition, Waters. Now Crouch. Working on Adoy. Tipped away by Emmanuel. He can play perimeter defense. He plays low typically, but he's quick and tall. The young man from Africa, via Little Rock, Arkansas, in his junior year for Coach Bostwick. Now Crouch, working on Adoy, inside to Yabo. Price, back over inside. Block the block to Crouch. Crouch has the first 4 of the game.
Well,
Crouch 4, Lions nothing.
That's why he leads the team in scoring. He can get it done from inside and the outside.
Alexander, mid-range jumper just inside the three-point line is
Need
good.
a big game from Rashad Alexander today.
He's on the board. Ristoff in trouble, no good. McDew, Taquan McDew. Another little closer in this time. Shot off the front edge of the rim, bounced around, no good.
I don't think we're going to see a whole lot of second chance points from the Lions today. They're usually used to having their way on those offensive boards, but you can tell this team is well coached. They understand floor positioning, and I see some already great fundamental box outs happening.
Whistle will send the Pioneers to the line for 3. A
Robert
foul's on Adoy.
Waters. And I tell you what, I love his high top fade.
Speak for yourself, which you did, and you do all the time. Robert Waters' first free throw is an absolute brick. Must have been the hair.
I don't know, man. That's a fantastic do right there. Love it.
The transfer from North Lake College. Hometown is Austin, Texas. Second free throw is good. He'll have one more coming. Here's the foul on Adoy. Just off the edge of the shot release. Correct call. Little ticky-tack, but technically a foul. And there's going to be a whistle and a lane violation, probably is the call. It appears to be the call. It would have been missed anyway. So it doesn't really matter how that went. And here comes Alexander. His team down early, 5-2. Gentry. The tall White Sox.
Oh,
finds
great
Price.
pass.
Oh,
my
rejected.
goodness.
Are you kidding me? Yabo says return to sender.
Wow.
Price check on that shot. Marcus Price rejected. Alexander now. 22 in the shot clock. High screen from Price. Adoy pump into the lane. Short jump break. Floater no good. Pulled out of the air by Ristoff. And here come the Pioneers in transition. It's Crouch working on Alexander. Goes baseline and a whistle. And on the ground still is Adoy. That's foul number 2 on Emmanuel. If it does go against him, it is his second. He'll be
You're going to see this
hit the bench
all
pretty soon.
night from Royal Crouch. This guy can go hard to the bucket. And I don't know that you can stop him. You can do this. You can foul him and make him earn it from the charity stripe.
He's 87 and 106 from the year. That's about 85%,
Yeah,
John.
great free throw shooter, but you don't have a lot of hope stopping him from getting to the basket.
The lead is 5. Waters on Alexander, 1-on-1. Price in the high post, looking for help. Finds Gentry in the curl screen, and back over to Price. Mid-range jumper, the left-hander, and the smooth touch.
Beautiful.
He shows us he can do it, does it again. Meanwhile, other end, just beating the transition defense, and Bostwick's had enough. He is ticked off as Bunya Yaho, the 6'9 junior, just powers past, runs past the defense like they're standing still. That is not a good way to begin this game.
Well, now you see why I said what I said in pregame. This is the #1 team in the Sooner Athletic Conference, and I can assure you they are well underrated by being number 21 in the nation.
Check, that was actually McDew, but 24 was in pursuit. McDew with the hustle.
They are, I would say, a top 5 team in the nation. We all know how the rankings, the national rankings of the NAI are a bit fledgling. So they just, what you do when you're in the NAI, you just keep playing. You play hard. You keep winning. You just win, win, win. And the more you win, the more recognition you'll get. It doesn't really matter, though, because when you go to the national tournament, you just do your damage. And these guys will do damage in the national tournament.
Bedoy, high screen for Gentry, over to Alexander, Hin Price, right side. Looking for Price, not there. Swings back over to Gentry. Spins, turns, finds Bedoy, gets into the paint. Back to Gentry for 3. Rattles in and out, loose ball. Walter had a hand on it, cleared by Waters. Crouch swings it over now to Histroff into the paint. 3 against 1, shot no good. Walter with the rebound. Quickly on up ahead, past the timeline to Alexander.
That's a poor decision by Ristroff. He had 2 guys open because the defense collapsed down on him and had 2 other men with open looks.
And Gentry was bailed out. He's clapping, but he was bailed out. He was in trouble.
And made a bad pass at that.
He was done. And a little push.
Wow. Yeah, a lot of times you see that, just, let them play.
Bunja Yabo with the whistle. It's his first. It's with the foul. 2 for each team early here, 4 minutes in. 9-4 Pioneers. Fresh 35. Walter sets to inbound. Gets underneath the block, and a whistle and a hoop and a harm. Jason Gentry powers it through. Little contact. He'll go to the line to convert a 3-point play. To get it to fall, and it is going to be Ristoff with the hand check. Not much there.
I don't think that's a hand
Not
check.
much there. That's a little push.
It's basketball,
What,
too.
man, hey, no blood, no foul, brother. Come on.
Well, that's
You're too soft. No, that was hardly anything.
I'm not sure how you say it. I'm too soft. I said that wasn't a foul.
Oh, I thought you said it was easily a foul.
No.
Oh,
my
baby! The power 2-hand jam from Yabo. From Brikama, Gambia. I'm going to assume that's Africa. Puts the Lions down 4. 11-7 Pioneers. Inside to Feemster. Turns, spins. Over to Alexander from 15. No good off the glass. Rebound coming the other way. It's McDew. Shadowed by Walter. Guidry in the game. As well as Feemster off the bench. Now working on Alexander was McDew, and he's called for the offensive foul. Here it is, the push. The elbow to the left cheek of Alexander.
Yeah, his big mistake. He already got around him. He was free, ready to go. He had a open
Gave him the
lane,
business.
and just kept his elbow too far extended.
Feemster, no good. His first 3-point attempt of the game. 5 minutes gone by. in what's going to be a hotly contested game in the paint. And here's an example right here. No call as Feimster falls to the ground, and then a whistle comes in after that.
Yeah.
As you see Feimster here looking for
A bit of a flop.
the Oscars are coming out pretty soon.
Yeah.
I think he missed the nominations, but good attempt anyway.
Yep.
Waters will inbound with a fresh 35.
You got to try. You got to try something.
They do whistle Feimster with the foul. And it is McDew slicing to the paint.
Wow, it doesn't get any easier than that. I know McDew is really frustrated and talking to himself. You got to make that. That's an easy bunny off the glass.
Guidry dragging from behind with the left hand. Will send McDew to the line. McDew is 24 of 26. You don't want to foul this cat. He's now 25 of 27. That's pushing 93% maybe.
Oh, it's surprising that he doesn't get to the line any more than that, man. He's got a strong game, a good slashing game.
Nice high arc.
Wow.
Love that arc.
McDew McDid.
Okay, nice one, Mr. Cookman. Now, Lions down 6 early at home. Remington Mitchell's just checked in. Drew Erskine's in the game. He can shoot the 3. Works it left. Keeps the dribble alive. Over to Alexander for 3. Got it!
Big time.
Rashad Alexander!
Big time.
He's on the board. He's got
No,
5 now.
got
Check,
5.
he's already got an early bucket. Lions cut the lead to 3. Feels like they're down by 9 or 10, but they're right there with these Pioneers.
Hanging in there.
Crouch.
Woo.
Smooth as butter. Royal butter. Royal Crouch. He's got 10 early. Isn't there a brand called Royal Butter on the stores of your Costco?
Great.
Feimster for 3. No good. Tyler, does he save it? He saves it into the hands of Ristoff. Playman Ristoff able to pull that one out of the air off the attempt save from Guidry. Alexander on Crouch over to Ristoff. And that one's off the mark from McDew, but an offensive rebound from Crouch. No-look pass into the paint. And a whistle.
Nope.
They're going to call it out of bounds as Yabo missed the bunny.
Well, Remington Mitchell there just making it ever so difficult to get the easy shot. That looked easy from our angle up here, but when you see the replay, Remington Mitchell really getting inside.
And 3 shots. The third one falls for someone who just checked in. It's 6'11", Jacob Lancaster.
Padding stats today.
He's got 2 rebounds and 2 points in 2 seconds. Wow.
And we can already see he's an emotional leader.
Alexander, 15 feet away, drains it. And a terrible pass,
Oh,
turnover,
my.
bad pass from Waters.
Might need a little breather.
Jacob Lancaster looks like the statue of Jesus
Liberty?
in front of the HCC building. He is huge. He's tall. My goodness, Jacob Lancaster.
And he's not wiry or skinny either. He's a big boy.
250 from
And look at him.
and a jump ball between 2 number 11s. That's Royal Crouch and Drew Erskine. Right there. Transfer from Abilene Christian University from Colorado Springs is Lancaster. Spinning around, keeping his dribble alive. Working left to Price. Gets his man in the air, gets Jacob in the air, and goes to the rim. Strong, soft touch off the glass
Great
as
move.
he takes Lancaster.
Oh, great power move. Head fake into a real powerful slash down the line.
Kendall Durant, number 4, is in the game now for head coach Matt Garnett in his 4th year. Tough shot, spinning, turning, off the glass, off the bench. Jordan Johnson on the board. Alexander skip pass to Price. He's got Jacob again. Tough pass inside to Walter. Would you advise that pass again? Was that a good decision in your mind for Marcus to hit Walter in the corner there on the block? Here it is again. Maybe it's just where it came into,
Yeah, I
into
think it's
Walter's
just how
hands.
it came in. That's kind of a good combo, good pass combo there. That's what you want. It wasn't too terribly forced. I think defense made a good play on it.
19-14, 11:50 remaining in first half. And Lions just so straight up man-to-man. No 2-3, 3-2, 1-3-1. Straight up man-to-man against these high-flying Pioneers. Jacob Lancaster doubled down by Erskine. All kinds of trouble. Gentry comes away with it. On up ahead to Gentry. They've got numbers. 2-on-1. Gentry left side, no good. Rebound cleared by Durant. A 2-on-1 breakaway comes up empty for Southwestern. At the other end, shot high off the glass, no good. Off the rim, no good by Durant. Gentry over to Erskine, launches a three. Good! Buries it! What elevation!
Big time. Drew Erskine, he loves the pressure. Don't leave him open because he won't hit it. But if you put a hand in his face, he just is money.
The transfer from Centenary College cuts the lead to 2. Now inside to Johnson. Johnson on Gentry. Doubled down by Erskine. It's Durant. Top of the key, no good. Long rebound. Walter clears. Somehow reached over Jacob Lancaster. Erskine's in the corner. Gentry picked up from behind by Johnson. We'll keep it right here. Erskine was calling for the ball on the left or the right-hand side. And Gentry elected to keep it himself to draw the double, perhaps. Gentry told me last year he loves to draw the double team. Anywhere on the court, he loves to draw the double. That means he knows someone's open. But in that case, Erskine was already open. Should have hit him in the corner.
Well, and also Gentry has great floor vision and the IQ to do something with that. So I understand why he likes that.
Walter up top, shadowed by Hristoff. Tough shot, no good. I think that was deflected or altered. Hristoff's defense. Nearing the 12-minute mark and a tight one here. It's a 2-point game. Johnson. Good.
Jordan Johnson reminded me a little bit of a former SAGU alumni, Matt Gutierrez.
I thought you were going to say a former North Carolina player by the name of Michael Jordan, since you love your Carolina blue. And there is Gidry with the lane and a travel. He saw the lane, went right to the post.
He second-guessed himself. He thought he was going to be met by the big guy.
Yeah, you gotta shoot it before you land on them 2 feet. You gotta let it go. Unless you're Allen Iverson, you get away with murder in the paint. I never saw a player do the hop jump, skip step, call it what you want, into the paint better than Allen Iverson. When he was at Georgetown, he would just obliterate interior defenses with that hop step. Walter for 3. Look
Beautiful.
good. It is good. Oh, baby, Walter.
And that's what
lights
we're
it
talking
up.
about. John Walter always coming to the aid of his team, showing senior leadership, saying, hop on the back, guys. I got you. I got you. I'll give you a good 3-4 minutes right here.
The lead is 1. Lions have yet to lead. 9 minutes remaining. There's a long ball in and out. Cleared. Oh, offensive rebound. It's Maurice Redmond just checked into the game for WBU. Now slashing. Durant. Skip pass over to Johnson. Loses the handle. Redmond picks it back up again. Quick pass inside and a bucket. Great ball movement from coast to coast. And Kevin Durant puts an exclamation point on a solid possession for WBU.
Wow. WBU playing fundamental basketball.
Alexander returns it, baby, and the crowd on their feet. Rashad Alexander's got 10. Oh, baby, Marcus Price with a block from behind, but it gets whistled. I don't know if that was a foul or not. Take a look at that one. Marcus Price from behind. Let the man get by him, and then,
yeah.
baby, what am I saying? That was an easy foul.
No
I
ball,
was hoping it was
all
clean.
arm.
That was all arm, baby.
Hey, but he's going to make him earn it.
Maurice Redmond shoots just a shade over 50%. He's 15 to 28 from the line. First free throw is somehow good.
Wow.
Wow.
Living right, baby.
BTI, brick that went in. BTWI. Wow. And a stoppage of play as the referees confer with the scoreboard issue. Drew Erskine will take a seat, and Ramad Robertson will check in, one of my play-by-play man's, color commentator man's favorite players in the team. John, you love Robertson's game. He's in the game right now, number 15, the freshman from Mesquite.
Great young shining star making his way on this team. Next year, you're going to see Ramad Robertson and Rashad Alexander just absolutely tear up this conference.
Alexander shadowed by Durant. Boy, look at those ball handling skills. High screen from Price, over to Price. Got a mismatch, now over to Walter. Wide open Gentry for three, short. Almost pulling it out of the air was Robertson with that elevation he's got. But instead, it is Crouch. Alexander in his face. Rebound, Walter, the senior. He'll bring it up himself. 7:58 remaining. Picks his dribble up, works it left to Robertson, over to Gentry, spins, turns. Now over right side. Now we'll see Price and Alexander work. Behind the back, Price. Long three-pointer. Go in. It does go in. Oh, baby, the big man with the range.
And the behind-the-back pass by Rashad Alexander.
Their first lead of the game, 26-24, comes at the 7:30 mark. Well, there's a ball that's stuck between the rim and the backboard.
Wow. And that's a jump ball.
It'll be turned back over to the Lions. Behind the back pass, steps back behind the three-point line. The lefty knew it was good, backed up. When you back up, you know it's good.
Yes, sir. That was a pretty shot. Very pretty.
If it ain't to get yelled at by your coach for not following your shot, so good that it went in. Gentry, high screen from Adoy. And he is bumped and loose ball, asking for the foul. He said, I got fouled twice. Look at him. I got fouled left hand, I got fouled in the right hand, and you didn't blow the whistle. 1, 2, he's asking for the whistle, doesn't get there. 25 on the shot clock. Adoy now working right side, gets it back to his point guard. Sets a high screen. Not sure. Alexander just kind of negates his own screen. Now, Gentry, tough shot. Off the glass, no good. Yabo pulls it out of the air.
A little bit of a force by Gentry. Gentry needs to settle down, be patient, and just take what is given to him. These guys are way too talented to be trying to force your will upon them.
Yabo with a power dunk off the pass from Crouch. Drew the defense. You love a big man, a forward who can draw the double team in one post, leaves usually the other post wide open. That's what happened. And it is Bunja Yabo powering it through. We're tied at 26-all. Alexander wants to untie it. Doesn't without, gets his own rebound, gets it over to Robertson, act to Walter. Shot no good. Robertson, or I should say Alexander, back to Robertson. Elevates, three. High off the glass, no good. Loose ball. Crouch pulls it down, needs help. Picked up his dribble. And he gets it to Ristoff. And we'll reset with 5:55 remaining, 26-all. In a game where these two teams played on the road the last time up there in Plainview, over in Plainview, was a 23-point loss for these Lions. In this matchup last time, about 2 months ago, and a whistle as Durant was driving strong to the basket. Robertson whistled with the infraction. And, well, they're still, they just got 6 fouls. Check that. Don't check it out underneath the basket. And Waters will inbound. Fresh 35. Line show man-to-man, cutting to the lane. You got to stop that. McDew, top of the key, cuts to the lane, and wide open, hitting him is Waters. Easy bucket up the inbound play.
And this is one of the tough things about the way Donnie Boswick and Coach Garrett Jones coach their players to handle picks. They coach them to handle the pick and try to fight through over the top. That is what happens when you go over the top. You are exposed underneath. When you have an experienced team that knows good fundamental basketball, that's a wide. I mean, you just go get a topside pick, and you're going to be wide open for a slash down the lane.
We've not seen the normal Donnie Bostwick Lion changes, meaning all 5 players out at the same time.
Well,
Why do you think that is tonight?
One of those reasons is that this team is
Gentry
is
a steal, just a second. Gentry a steal, coast to coast, uses his body to protect it, and a whistle after the ball was shot, rebounding off the front edge of the left rim, and I guess it's a late whistle. Here's the steal. Gentry protects the ball with his body, and I guess the whistle may have been the push-off.
no, it
Was the push-off later?
it was whoever the foul was on. The
Waters
infraction involved Rashad Alexander.
going for the rebound. What Fisher thought about the Lion change? Why Boston is not putting all 5 in?
Because of the matchup problems that we have overall with this team. This team is so long, so big, so quick. You can't afford to just go five in, 5 out on these guys. These are one of the few teams in our conference that we can't do that on.
And that's a measure of respect that Bostwick has for these Pioneers. Walter over to Robertson, elevates, no good, misses everything. In transition, here come the Pioneers. It's Crouch, and he travels. Crouch whistled for the walk. Get the ball back over to Southwestern with 4:27 left.
He started that excursion to the basket from the 3-point line.
Lions grab their first lead at the 7:30 mark, 26-24 after being down the entire game. They're down 2 now in a tight one here at the Schaefer Center.
Give these Lions credit. They are putting together a very gutsy performance.
Oh, Walter nails a 3. Got it.
Fearless.
Way downtown, and the Lions back on top. Walter's got 6. Averages 14. Into the paint, slicing, dicing. McDew, no good. Here comes Alexander on up ahead. The southpaw, Tyler Guidry, gets it off to Walter. 3 in a row, or 2 in a row. That one's way off the mark, but underneath the paint. Feimster, he got hit in the nose and lost the ball. No whistle. Jordan Johnson takes it himself. May go coast to coast, now dumps it off to a wingman. He buries it.
Crouch.
Royal Crouch, 13 points in 17 minutes of play.
Well on his way to his average just in the first half.
16.8 a game. Alexander stops, spins, turns, keeps the dribble alive, fires it over to Guidry, no good. Rebound, Crouch. 3 minutes left. Lions down 2. Johnson over to Crouch. Posting inside is Yabo. Feimster asking for the call, didn't get it. Clears out Yabo. Shot is on the money. It is Taquan McDew, and Donnie's seen enough. Another timeout. The lead is 5.
Looked like Yabo got away with a elbow to the head.
There it is right there.
We missed it. It was just a little bit out of frame. But Caleb Feimster and Yabo are going hard at it. I mean, they are really playing some off-the-ball basketball.
Before the ball came in, he thought he took a charge on a bump. I'll tell you what, Feimster is giving up 5 inches, and I don't know how many pounds, to Yabo. The Pioneers on a 10-3 run in the last 3 minutes or so of play. The last 5 minutes of play, check that. The last 5 minutes of play on a 10-3 run after SAGU had taken a 26-24 lead. Pioneers clawing their way out of that hole, a short hole, and enjoying their largest lead of the game. And there's the guaranteed win. So take a look at the check marks. Go to all 3 of us. Oklahoma City for women's basketball, a 100-century mark, 30-point win. over Southwestern Christian, and we all missed Macu. St. Gregory's with the win. Early on, Texas Wesleyan. You see later on, John Brown and Bottom will check that score in just a second. So, guaranteed wins. It's a tight one. I think I got a 2-game lead. We'll see if I hold on to it. The last few games of the season here in the SAGU Sports Network. Alexander for 3, rolls in and out. And it's Crouch working on Erskine. Crosses him over into the paint. And Price pulls it down. Good defense by Erskine to catch up, maybe deflect that shot from behind. Alexander now bounce pass to Tyler Guidry, and a whistle and the bucket. Now they're going to call a charge. Check that. Take the points off the board. Guidry can't believe it. Here it is again.
That would have been a good no call right there. A little bit of a flop, but sold it real well, obviously.
Into the game is Morris Mitchell, number 32 for the Pioneers. 250-pound senior. Well, they are big and tall. John, you were right. You can read the roster as good as anybody else. And there he is right on cue. It's Morris Mitchell. Look at the dearth on the floor here. Imagine if Yabo was in the game.
It's ridiculous how they can actually go so deep with so much size.
And speed, quickness.
But the impressive thing about it is these guys get up and down the floor with that size.
Erskine off the mark.
Looked like he might have drug his foot, but no call.
12-3 run for the Pioneers. 1:22 remaining. Durant looking for the high screen from Mitchell. And fighting through the pick was Walter. Like you said, they're taught to do. Tough pass, gets it over to Johnson into the paint. Tough shot, rolls around and in.
Jordan Johnson making very good of his minutes off the bench.
Got 6. The lead is 9. Alexander over to Walter. Gave up the 3. Guarded by Crouch. Now Alexander. He had McDew airborne.
He's got to learn to go around him.
Guidry in trouble. Triple team. That leaves Alexander wide open for 3. In and out. Own
Good
rebound.
follow.
Erskine. He can shoot the 3. Spots up. It's going to be short.
Told you.
And Price and a whistle will keep it right here. Some frenetic play. And Erskine is really mad at himself for missing that spot up 3.
And I told you that earlier. The one way you get Erskine off of his shot, let him shoot it. Leave him wide open. He thinks about it. And the worst thing you can do is get a hand in his face because he is money all day long when you guard him.
Push it just a bit right. Price will inbound, 25.5 left. Now Alexander back to Guidry. Shot clock is off. Lions down 9. Can cut it to 6 with a 3. They need to cut it to at least 7 here in this possession. Guidry into the paint, spins back around. Got Alexander. 8 seconds left, plenty of time. Over to Guidry. Good ball movement for 3.
Travel.
And
3 seconds.
A 3-second call on either Walter or Price.
It looked like it was Price because he was the last one coming out of the paint. But, wow, that is a rare error on
2
the
seconds
Lions.
left. Tough shot, no good, no call. We'll go to halftime. Your score is 29-38. And the Pioneers go on a 14-3 run in the last 7.5 minutes to, I don't say blow it wide open, but it's been tight the whole time until the last 2 minutes of play. Pioneers just surge forward, just too much presence in the paint, John.
Well, and that's what we expected. That's what we called in pregame, and we knew that this was a potential possibility.
Let's go down to courtside, check in with Adam Ferguson. Adam?
Thanks, Rob. I'm here with assistant coach Garrett Jones. Coach, the story of the first half has been their rebound, and they are a much bigger team. What do you have to do to combat that in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, we got to put a body on them. They go find the ball and chase. They're a big team. They're good. But we've got to be quick to the ball and use our quickness.
Looks like you're trying to play a lot from the 3-point line. Was that game plan coming into today?
I mean, we had some good looks. We just missed them. We got to do a little bit of both. We just got to play better in the second half, stick together, and make a run.
All right, good luck in the second half, Coach. Back to you, Rob.
One of 4 top 25 matchups across America in the NAIA right here at the Schaefer Center. It's a good one. It feels now like about a 9-point lead. It felt like that way early, but the Lions were hanging around. And then when you feel like, oh, Lions will be in the game, suddenly here come the Pioneers. Now it's back to where it really feels like a 9-point lead, and that's the balance of the half. And that's where we stand, John. Your final thoughts as we go to half. Score 38-29.
Well, that feeling is no mistake. I mean, that's because WBU is controlling the game. They're having their way. The Lions are really putting up a good effort. They're doing what they have to do. I think when we see the stats that the three-point percentage is not going to be really way down from average at least, and they're putting together a good struggle, a good resistance to what WBU has to offer. And like Coach Jones said, they're just going to need to get a good run in the second half. I think they're going to need 2 really good runs, a 10-0, 10-2 type runs. And if they can put that together, which we saw them do once in the first half, and that actually gave them the lead, they that's just the way it's going to be. It's going to be hard to control the boards on this team.
We'll be back with halftime stats and more thoughts here. Stay with us on the SAGU Sports Network. Your halftime score, 38-29 in favor of the visiting Pioneers. We'll be right back after this.